Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope that you had a good night's rest and that this video here finds you well. Okay, I'm Daisy and welcome to my channel. So what we have here is some areas that I'm going to explore as I interpret the cards. Okay, so let's make it happen as we go into the weekend. All right, my friend, thank you so very much for tuning in. And if you haven't done so, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you like what you see here, make sure that you hit the bell, pow on that bell, so that you can get notified the next time I put up a video. All right, and stay till the end. You know why? Because we will have our collective message and see what that has for all of us. Let's take a look at money. All right, let's take a look at relationship. Let's take a look at career. And the next one, okay, career has decided to fall and exposed itself to us, so that's what we do. We just got to leave it there, okay? But you know what I'll do is I'll do something different that I've done in my personal readings. I'll put a cross on that and see what's the matter with that. And now we will take a look at well-being. So you got a bonus card today. All right. So let's go ahead and do our collective, and I am actually using for this session the Ascended Masters, a new card deck that I've had for a while here, one of my favorite ones. I love the golden filigree on here. Look how pretty it shines. I don't know. There you go. See, it's lovely, and I love this very beautiful color. And as you can see, it's got this beautiful angel just with the torch, victorious and looking onward. Okay, so that's what we have here. So let's take a look at, all right. So things are not working well, and it's kind of sad if you're trading paper. It's definitely not productive as far as some losses that's going to be experienced in the stock market. So that's kind of a bummer. Definitely a bummer. So here, yes, and even, you know, you've been taking pretty serious about managing your money and managing your finances and trying to do whatever works, you know, for your situation. But it's important to realize is that you cannot be, this is not the time to be careless with your finances, and you cannot be overspending, and, you know, you can't be ignorant about the money management and what is coming in and what is going out. So you're going to need to do a very collective effort to see, you know, how you can stretch your dollar, and also what you need, you know, when you need the money there, you need to make sure that it's going to be there, and so that you don't find yourself in a bind. It's not the place for anyone to be. So it's better to face these, you know, situations that are showing up right now with a lot of care, with a lot of delicateness, and with seriousness, so that, you know, you can manage anything that's going to come in the future. And that's one thing that you're going to say. You're going to say, man, I'm glad that I heard these words, and I started really thinking about my money, and I started to think about what we're doing and how we're spending, and, you know, thinking about being, and that's not about frugality. Frugality doesn't mean that you're poor. I've met very wealthy people that are very frugal with their money. You would have never known. And so, yeah, you know, I believe that we all can be that lucky if we surround ourselves with like-minded people that, you know, are not, you know, every weekend, you know, throwing their money out, you know, with a vice, you know, gambling, smoking, drugging, drinking, sexing, whatever way. But, you know, hey, I have an issue. Like I like sugar. There's my thing. Yes, I know that's my thing, and I have to admit it, and I'm going to work on it, you know, reduce my sugar intake and probably save us some money. Yeah, my friends usually say, that's a lot of sugar with your coffee. I'm like, I know. And I'm going to work on it. It's my thing. I know that's my thing. Okay, so let's talk about this one here, which is relationship. Ooh, the Hermit. So when we have this here, it might be that some of you, if this resonates with you, if you're feeling lonely, if you're going through this period where, you know, you are kind of, you yourself are the one that's distancing yourself and feeling that you need to kind of heal before you move on, this may be a very trying period for you, and you're trying to make the most of this, and you're trying to kind of reach your own goals. You want some clarity in some things before you commit and bring someone into your life so much closer. So if you are in a relationship and you have a person that's feeling that you've distanced yourself from them, it's important that you let them know what this means, and that you're just looking for more meaning in your life. Not that they're not part of that meaning, but that you want to be better for yourself and in turn be better for them. It's important that you clarify also what you want from your partner if you are noticing that your partner is distancing from you, and ask, what is going on? What is happening here? Because as you address this situation, it's going to build blocks and bridges for both of you, and create a stronger relationship in the future. So, it's important that you do that. So if you find that the person might be drifting away, and they may actually need that alone time. Sometimes, despite what people say, everyone has their own identity, and you don't want to be breathing down somebody's neck. You want to also have a little bit of space so that you can define yourself in this relationship. And when you come together, there's so much more to share. So now is the time to really examine these dynamics in your life, and see whether you're, extending a hand, or you're, to help someone, go through this situation that they're dealing with, or is it you that actually need this, space? So attention and care is going to really help provide a stronger dose of self-awareness in this relationship as you begin to connect again in the future. Very interesting indeed as we come across this little baby in the career. Wow. So there's a lot of ways that we can get this message coming through, because you know what? Whether you're in an office environment or you're, with a partner, something has happened. And I tell you, this past week, if you go back to the messages of past week, they're so heavy in the area of career. It's as if you're going through a lot of stress right now. And whether it's at work or your business partnerships, there's a lot of disagreements happening. And it's not just you. It's almost like everybody's on the edge. Everybody's like, on eggshells, and they're not sure about their future. Even your own boss is feeling pressure from corporate. So you might want to consider, how you're going to handle this emotionally at work right now, because, this is, that feeling like a yo-yo, you're, going up and down. It's not helping you contribute to, bringing peace to the working environment. As a matter of fact, it adds to the stress level. And then that is conveyed in the product that you're, giving to the company, in your projects, and also to the service of the customer. So it's not a win-win. It's actually a big loss. So it's important that you maintain peace in getting to what is called, your emotions, so you do not become self-destructive and then be a part of the problem that is going to help someone make a decision to give you the boot. So avoid any confrontation if possible, and, try to, be the one that brings the peace and not the frustration. Because you would ask yourself also, who would you want working with you? Someone that's constantly bringing drama, or someone that brings solutions? So try and strike a balance between, being diplomatic and also, instead of lashing out when it's not appropriate. So there you go. So let's take a look at this other one that is crossing it. Yes. Again, I'm not going to repeat what I just said, because this is about balance. So I just channeled this card, the balance of moving forward, between bringing peace and also knowing when to, work things through and just, bring things on as you should to help, the forward progress of the company. Well-being. It's important for you to maintain and have emotional support, that you are surrounded by people that, love you, and people that support you. And as you move forward through these situations that are showing up, who are, and write this down after we're done, write down 3 names of the 3 people that believe in you, support you, and are there for you to listen. and make sure you reach out to them. Whether it's, invite them over for dinner, give them a call and just say, hey, I appreciate you, I was thinking about you. But this time, as we're entering this next few months, you need to be around your tribe. Okay, let's take a look at the collective. Ooh, yes, you need to be by your tribe. Yes, you need to seek balance. Yes, you may need that time alone. And guess what? Yes, you need to get a grip on your money and spending habits. Ganesh speaks. And as you maintain the yes attitude, Ganesh, the Hindu goddess of removing obstacles, is reminding you, coming through to say, hey, see the positive things. And yes, these obstacles will be removed. So it's all in your mind. There you go. All right, my friend, thank you so much for joining. And I do wish you a happy Friday.